Once nestled in the heart of the deep, treacherous ocean, there lay a mysterious and terrifying creature known as the Leviathan. This monstrous beast, larger than any ship that sailed the seas, possessed an insatiable hunger for those who dared stray into its forbidden territory. Legend had it that the Leviathan guarded a hidden, forgotten kingdom deep beneath the turbulent waves. As centuries passed, the fearsome creature became fiercely protective of its domain, lurking in the shadows, ready to strike at any who dared venture too close. News of the Leviathan's existence spread throughout nearby coastal villages, inciting tales of terror and nightmares. Those foolish enough to dismiss the ominous warnings and tales from old mariners set out to explore what lay beyond the vast expanse of their known world, blindly tempting fate. One stormy night, a crew of fearless adventurers set sail, captivated by the stories of glory and unimaginable riches whispered among locals. Ignoring the superstitious advice and the cautious warnings of trembling elders, they sailed off, driven by their insatiable curiosity. As the daring crew ventured further from the safety of the shoreline, the calm sea gradually transformed into a perilous maelstrom of towering waves and angry currents. Unbeknownst to them, the Leviathan had sensed their intrusion, its massive form lurking beneath the restless surface. Only moments before the Leviathan made its presence known, shadows danced alongside the violently swaying vessel. Panic washed over the crew as chilling whispers invaded their minds, tormenting them with dread and despair. Their hearts pounded with primal fear as the water around them grew ominously still. The beast emerged in all its terrifying glory, a gargantuan creature with colossal, razor-sharp teeth and eyes that glowed with an eerie, malevolent light. Towering above the vessel like an ancient sea deity, the Leviathan let loose a thunderous roar, shattering the soul of any who heard it. The crew, paralyzed by terror, watched as their vessel was effortlessly tossed into the air, before being summarily crushed beneath the creature's colossal weight in mere seconds. The merciless Leviathan swallowed the ship and its crew, disappearing back into the depths. From that day forward, none dared venture near the Leviathan's forbidden realm, fearful of the monster that lurked beneath the waves, silently waiting for its next unsuspecting prey. In the wake of the legend surrounding the Leviathan, a group of intrepid adventurers set out to uncover the truth behind an enigmatic creature that wielded fear and death in its wake. Driven by a thirst for knowledge and an insatiable curiosity, they wouldn't be dissuaded by the tales of tragedy that shrouded the Leviathan's territory. Equipped with advanced technology the team embarked on their perilous journey, armed with cameras, sonar equipment, and an array of scientific tools. They descended into the depths of the abyss, delving deeper into the Leviathan's realm than any had ever ventured before. As they descended further into the murky darkness, the team experienced a sense of unease, their senses keenly attuned to the foreboding atmosphere that surrounded them. Muffled echoes and eerie sounds reverberated through the water, and a palpable tension filled the air. Undeterred by the growing sense of danger, they pressed forward, coming face to face with the awe-inspiring, nightmarish reality of the Leviathan. Its colossal form floated ominously before them, its jagged teeth glinting and its eyes burning with an otherworldly fury. Captivated by the terrifying sight, the adventurers watched with a mixture of awe and dread as the Leviathan gracefully moved through the water. The team's cameras rolled, capturing every moment in high-definition detail, documenting history in the making. But the Leviathan, never welcoming intruders into its kingdom, grew increasingly agitated by this latest intrusion. A current of rage surged through the water, and the colossal creature unleashed its wrath upon the hapless adventurers. With a swift and merciless stroke of its massive tail, the Leviathan sent shockwaves through the water, violently crushing their gear and obliterating any hope of escaping its wrath. Panic ensued as the crew's instruments failed, their lights extinguished, and chaos consumed them. In a matter of heart-stopping seconds, the once bold adventurers were swallowed by the abyss, their desperate cries muffled by the unforgiving depths. The Leviathan claimed its latest victims, adding their names to the tragic legacy that marked its territory. News of the ill-fated expedition spread serving as a reminder of the Leviathan's relentless power and the consequences that befell those who dared uncover its secrets. The tragedy only strengthened the beast's fearsome reputation, further discouraging any subsequent attempts to unravel the mysteries of its forbidden domain. In a small coastal town, plagued by the relentless destruction wrought by the terrifying Leviathan, there lived a grief-stricken man named Victor. Victor had watched helplessly as the beast's relentless hunger claimed the lives of countless innocent people, tearing families apart and reducing homes to ruins. Driven by a festering desire for revenge and fueled by his deep sorrow, Victor swore to put an end to the Leviathan's rampage. With a heart heavy with anguish, he embarked on a perilous journey to the edge of the beast's domain, armed with a harpoon forged with steel as strong as his resolve. Days turned into weeks as Victor delved deeper into the treacherous waters, tracking the Leviathan's movements with unwavering determination. The haunting cries of lost souls echoed within his ears, each scream serving as a constant reminder of the atrocities committed by the creature. Finally, confronted by the Leviathan's immense form, Victor fought against the overwhelming terror threatening to consume him. Summoning every ounce of courage he possessed, he unleashed his harpoon with precision and fury. The weapon tore through the water, finding its mark in the creature's scaly hide. A moment of triumph washed over Victor as the Leviathan recoiled in pain. But his fleeting victory was short-lived. With unparalleled vengeance, the enraged beast retaliated. Unleashing its fury on the surrounding area, buildings crumbled, terrorizing the town further as destruction rained down upon it. Undeterred, Victor continued his relentless assault, relentlessly pursuing the Leviathan. Blow after blow, the two adversaries clashed in a cataclysmic battle, the echoes of their struggle reverberating across the sea. As the battle wore on, the Leviathan's immense power proved to be too much for Victor to overcome. Exhaustion and despair threatened to consume him, but he refused to surrender. Summoning one final burst of strength, Victor struck a fatal blow, crippling the Leviathan. With a mournful roar that seemed to shake the very foundation of the earth, the Leviathan succumbed to its wounds, collapsing into the depths of the ocean. In its final act, the Leviathan's thrashing tail wreaked further havoc, obliterating what remained of the town that had suffered under its merciless reign. Victor, battered and broken, stood atop the wreckage, his victory stained with the sacrifice of his home and loved ones. Though he had achieved his revenge, the cost weighed heavily upon him. He had become a living ghost, forever haunted by the bloodshed and destruction left in the wake of his vendetta. The once thriving coastal town now lay in ruin, a stark reminder of the power of vengeance and its catastrophic consequences. Victor's name became synonymous with tragedy, a cautionary tale whispered in hushed tones to those who would seek to challenge the wrath of any creature guarding its territory. And so, the legend of the Leviathan's family avenger and the destruction that followed etched itself into the annals of history, forever serving as a reminder of the consequences that await those who dare to take on forces beyond their comprehension.